Hello dear students. Today we are going to start our next topic in the life science or life processes chapter in standard 10. So I am welcoming you on this Vidya Sankul e-learning session. Okay, today we are going to start our next topic. But before we going to start our next topic in this chapter, let us take a brief preview on what we have already finished in this chapter. So in the previous lecture we have talked about the all of the life processes that we are going to study in this chapter. So we have discussed first of all we have discussed the nutrition process, in which I have told you that we have to study about the two kinds of processes, in which we are going to see the autotrophic nutrition and also we are going to see the heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition's whole process we are going to study in today's lecture. Also we are going to study in today's lecture that heterotrophic's basic subcategorization of heterotrophic nutrition, that will be the saprophytic, parasitic and holozoic. In the next lecture we are going to see the holozoic nutritions, and in which we are going to see the amoebas in which we are going to see the single cellular digestion process and multicellular digestion process. First we will discuss the single cellular digestion process. In that it consists the amoeba's digestion process, in which we are going to study the whole process of the digestion in the amoeba. Okay, after that we will study the human digestive system in the multicellular organism and how they take a place in each and individual organs in our body. Okay, so we are going to study that. Afterwards we have studied about the respiration in previous lecture, that what is a respiration. So whenever I compile the whole nutrition process or I will digest the food, it will creates the energy, but it will not create the sufficient amount of energy though for the doing a work. So doing the reproduction of the cells or doing the maintenance of the cells, we have to generate the more amount of energy. So for generate the more amount of energy, we need a respiration process, because it breaks down the phosphate atoms in our body, so that creates the ATP. Okay, generally. So we are going to study that. We have discussed that in previous lecture, that what is a respiration. Okay. Afterwards we have seen the transportation process, in which we are going to see the different types of substances that are transporting in our body, that we are going to study in the transportation portion, in which we are going to see the human heart. Also we are going to see the how platelets are circulating, why the platelets are so important in circulating in our body. We are going to study that. Also what is a lymph, that we are going to study. Afterwards we are going to study about the excretion process, that the removal of waste material from our body will be called as a excretion system or excretion process, and that we are for that we are going to study about the excretory system. Okay, so these types of topic that we previously discussed in the previous lecture. Today we are starting the first topic regarding the criteria to decide whether something is alive. Also this topic we have seen in the previous lecture. Okay, so here are the some of the life processes, and today we are going to discuss the basic definitions regarding the nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. So as you can see on your screen, the first definition of the nutrition is: nutrition is the process of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body for life processes. Okay, we have previously described that what is the nutrition and what is the nutrition's process. They both are the different thing. Nutrition means if you intake the vitamins, carbohydrate, that is all minerals, that is all consist in the nutrition. But while you doing the digestion of these nutritions, and afterwards you will utilize it into the some amount of energy to do some kind of work, that will be defined as the neutralization process. Okay, so in a nutrition process, okay, because neutralization reaction we have studied in the second chapter, so that's why I have said that. So by mistakenly I have said that. Okay, nutrition process. Nutrition is the process of taking food by an organism and utilizing to do the body for the life processes. But which type of life processes? So generally you can see that whatever the maintenance your body have to do these types of life process. If your body wants to grow, if your body wants to do some kind of work, so for that processes you need the nutrition. Okay, and whenever you are asking that what is a nutrition's process, that means you have to give this definition. Okay, respiration. Okay, another point that we have already discussed. What is the definition of respiration? Now we are going to see that. Here first you can see the nutrition in our body, how we are compiling our nutrition's process in the digestive system, that will consist here. So for that we are going to study this human digestive systems diagram in the next lecture. Okay, we are going to see in the next lecture that. This is the respiratory systems definition. Here are the respiratory systems basic diagram. Respiration is the process by which food is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release the energy. I have already said you in the starting of this lecture that the sufficient amount of energy is not produced during the nutrition process. So extra amount of the energy will be created by the respiration of oxygen in our body. Or we can say that if with or without the help of the oxygen, if an organism produces the some amount of energy, that will be also called as the respiration. It is not necessary that always oxygen is present everywhere, okay, to respire or to break down the energy structure. Okay, sometimes the oxygen is not present and still the amount of energy gets released. So still it will be also called as the respiration process. So we are going to study on that how the organism with or without oxygen doing this respiration and how their respiratory system works. That we are going to study. Okay. Another process is the transportation. So for transportation, this is the human heart. Okay, but it is the circulation of human heart. Okay, I am going to give you a basic diagram of that where we are going to study on the transportation. Here it is the blood circulation diagram of that, but we are not going to see. We are going to see that, but it is afterwards. Okay, when we are study human heart and afterwards studying the human heart, then we are going to discuss about the blood circulation in the human heart. Okay. So transportation process is the process by which food, oxygen, water, waste products are carried from one part of the body to the other. It is very useful. It is very easy that you have to transport everything in our body, because if the whatever the products produced in the body, if they are stay there, then what happens? Then it will increase the amount of there in that organ, and just that organ will expand or get growth. Or that is the only organ that can maintain or then they can protect themselves from the surrounding. No other organ can develop these types of structures. So for that type of work, we have to do the transportation process. Okay. And last one is the excretion. As I said you, that is it a process by which waste products are removed from the body. Okay. Going to start our first process, that will be the nutrition, in which we are going to see the autotrophic nutrition. But first of all, let us discuss what are some of the modes of nutrition. So as you can see that modes of nutrition will consist the two basic categories, that will be the autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition, in which the heterotrophic nutrition is also categorized into the subcategorized into the three types. And that is the name I have already written in the previous lecture. Okay, so we are going to just see the definition regarding that, and afterward we will expand the autotrophic nutrition. So first of all, what is the basic structure of the autotrophic nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition, in which organisms prepare their own food from the simple inorganic substance like carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So it is the process of taking their nutrition, in which they create their own food. If you remember in the primary section, you have already studied about what are the autotrophs and what are the heterotrophs. Okay, in which you have seen that what is the autotroph, that they create their own food. Okay, and whatever the substance or whatever the organisms create their own food and utilizes them into some kind of energy, these types of process will be considered as the autotrophic nutrition. whatever the substance or whatever the organism, they do their own autotrophic nutrition process. Okay, there autotrophs that will be doing that process, that will be considered as the autotrophic nutrition. I have already said you the simple definition like that, but here is the main three parts that will be very very important in this topic, and those topics are: first topic, and now I am going to give you a brief information regarding that. Okay, first of all, we need to understand what is autotrophic nutrition. So the organism or the things which create their own food, that will be considered as the autotrophs, and whatever the autotrophs doing the process of taking the food and afterwards breaking down this food into the some kinds of substance and then utilizes into the energy. And why are they utilizing this energy? Because to doing some kind of work, or to maintain their body, or to grow their body. Okay, see, this is the called as the autotrophic nutrition. So first bullet point I am writing that make their own food. How they create their own food? So as you know very well that if we want to make our food, then we need some kind of kitchen. Without our kitchen, we cannot create our food. Okay? So this type of substance or these types of thing, okay, in which the organism are creating their own food, so they also need a kitchen. And what is this kitchen? This kitchen is called as a chloroplast. In the plant cell, we have seen that there is a chloroplast present. Okay, in the chloroplast there is a cell organelle called as a chlorophyll is also present there, and that is the thing. It is a kitchen that there the food will be created. Okay, so the example of the autotrophic nutrition or the autotrophs are first plants. Now what is the question that I have asked you? Where it creates. So first is the thing you have to study about where it created. So I have told you that in the chloroplast, and where in the chloroplast? In the chlorophyll. In the chloroplast, in the chlorophyll. There is the kitchen, there it produces the amount of food or create their food. And now we are going to study how they create the food. Okay, how they create the food. Now we are going to study how they create the food. So for creating their own food, they do the process called photosynthesis. This is the process they are doing to create their own food. Now, for doing the photosynthesis process, in where? In chlorophyll. What things they required. Okay, now we are going to see what it requires. For this is the simple example, like we have to make a food into our kitchen. We need the things. Okay, we have to do the process that we are whatever the process we are doing in our gas, or we are using the gas, and then we put some kind of utensils onto that, and then we created the food. So this is the process that we are doing. But now, what things I require to make a food? I need some kinds of wheat, I need some kind of minerals, I need some kinds of vegetables to make my food. And this type of thing, now where it is in kitchen is what? Chloroplast in chlorophyll. How they created by photosynthesis process. But what things it requires, now we are going to see that. What is a requirement to do this process? What things they require to create their own food? They required mainly 3 things to do the photosynthesis process, where in a chlorophyll. So what are that 3 things that we are going to see here now? Now the first thing that they want is sunlight. Without the sunlight, they do not create their own food. So first point, it is very important, that will be the sunlight. It is the most important point. Without the sunlight, the photosynthesis process will not happen. If the chlorophyll is still present there, but without the sunlight, this process will not happen. And this process is not happen, then if the kitchen stays there, but still it cannot create the food. Another thing that is required is, you know very well, water. And the last thing that it requires the most, and that will be the carbon dioxide gas. As you know that the plants respire carbon dioxide in, breathe in, and they take out the oxygen. So these are the substance and these are the procedure that we are going to study in the autotrophic nutrition. As I said, answer once again, that where in chloroplast, chlorophyll, that is the kitchen, how this is the process, and that will be called as the photosynthesis process. What things they require to do this process? These are the sunlight, water, and the carbon dioxide. Now another point that we are discussing, but that is not come here, we are going to discuss that these are the things that they have to circulate into our plant, water and carbon dioxide gas, that we have to give them in a plant and we have to take out from the plant. Otherwise what happen? The plant, the water and the gas will not circulate from the plant. So for that purpose or that reason, what should we have to do? We have to circulate, or we have to put it into our leaves, roots, stems. Afterwards they will circulate. So for that point or that reason, what should I have to do? Or whatever the thing that will present in the leaves, that will doing the exchange of water and exchange of the carbon dioxide gas. Which type of thing is present in the leaves? So this thing will be known as the stomata. Okay, if you remember, see, the stomata is the thing that will create the exchangeation of gas and the water in the leaves. And how these will exchange the gas and the water in the stomata? So by the guard cells that is present in the stomata. Guard cell that is present in the stomata, they will open the gates of the stomata so that the gas will take in, and afterwards gas will be take out. So guard cells doing the work like that. If we have a apartment, if we are living in the apartment, or if we are living in the society, as you know that the guard will be, security guard will be on the gate, and they will do the whatever the process to open the gates or to close the gates. Okay, when someone enters or someone gets out. So for that purpose, in the stomata, it also doing the same process, like they have to also open the gate and they have to also close the gate. And how they are opening and closing the gates? They need some kind of guard. So what are the guard? They are called the guard cells. They are opening and closing of the gates of the stomata. Okay, and why they are opening and closing of the gates? What is the reason? Because we have to do the exchangeation of water and the carbon dioxide in the leaves, and that is why we need to create what? We need to create, or we need to open or close the gate. I hope everything is clear here. Okay, basically this is the basic structure of autotrophic nutrition. Okay, these are the notes if you want to make a notes, you can make it make note from here, and whenever the exam come, you just have to memorize this point, and from this point you will you can make the whole autotrophic nutrition process. Okay, now we are going to start our autotrophic nutrition process. Okay, I will erase that and I will give you a 3 seconds of time to take a screenshot of that, and after that you can make a note from here. Okay. Okay, I hope you all have taken the screenshot. Now I am going to erase that. See, here is the first topic, and that will be consist the autotrophic nutrition. So for that we are doing the photosynthesis process, is the process by which plants prepare the food by using the what substance? By using the carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight, and where? In the chlorophyll. The food is prepared is carbohydrate, or it will be also called as the glucose, or it will be also called as the sugar, or it will be also called as the starch. Okay, which is stored in the form of starch. Oxygen is released in this process. Also, the water droplets will be also get exposed in the on the surface of the leaves, and also it will release the oxygen. Okay. Now, equation of photosynthesis, that will discuss in 1 second. Okay, we will discuss the photosynthesis process, but before going there, we are going to study see, first point that you need to remember is that what is the molecular equation of glucose? It will be called as the C6H12O6. This will be the molecular structure of the glucose. It will be also same for the sugar. It will be also same for the carbohydrates. Same as a starch. See, these are the things that will, the molecular equation will be same. It will be always C6H12O6. So whenever the things like starch, whenever the things like sugar, whenever the things like glucose will be come in your mind, then the same molecular structure will be created in your mind, and that will be the C6H12O6. Okay, now going to see that how this process will happen and what are the things that is made from the product of the plant. So first of all, the things that the plant are using is the first, the amount of water they take in. Second is the carbon dioxide they take in. Okay, now process of photosynthesis. So we have already studied that they require two things, and first is the water. Now we have studied that in the presence of sunlight the photosynthesis process will happen. They require the sunlight for doing the photosynthesis process. We do not need a substance. Okay, in the presence of sunlight and in the presence of chlorophyll, they do the process. So we need two things. The first is the water, and second one we have to give is called as a carbon dioxide gas. And what they create the three products. Okay. And what are the three products they create? The first product they created is called as a glucose or starch. Second product they create is called as a water vapor or water droplets on the surface of the leaves. And the third product they create is called as a oxygen gas. Now, glucose molecular formula we know C6H12O6. Water's molecular formula we know by the chemistry H2O. Oxygen gas molecular formula we know it is O2. Here water's formula is H2O. Carbon dioxide's formula is CO2. We know all the molecular formulas of that, and now we are going to create the equation regarding the photosynthesis process, because without doing the equation regarding the photosynthesis process you cannot get the full marks. Okay, so for that we are going to create our equation of photosynthesis. Okay, I will going to change the marker. Now, how to create this equation? As I told you that whenever the reactants gets reacted, so where to write the reactant? We have to write the reactant on the left hand side. What are the products? Products we have to write on the right hand side, because in the first chapter we have seen that how to write the chemical equation. In the left hand side we are going to write the reactants, in the right hand side we are going to write the product. Okay, we are going to create the equation. The first thing that I required is called as the water. It will be called as the H2O. Okay, first I will write the general formula. Okay, general formula. I need water plus carbon dioxide gas is created three product, glucose plus water plus water droplets. See, water droplets or water's molecular equation will remain same. Both will be called water droplets, water, and third one is the water vapor. They are all comes in the same molecular formula, and that will be H2O. And the third one, after the water droplet, it creates the oxygen. Now putting all the molecular formula here, and then afterwards we are going to balance them. Water is called as the H2O, CO2. We have to make glucose molecular formula, we are taking it from here. Okay, and that will be C6H12O6 plus water is H2O plus oxygen is O2. Now what we required? We required the two things that we are writing here. The first thing I required is the sunlight, and another thing is in the presence of chlorophyll. Now you can see here that what are the molecule present here, what are the number of atom present here, and what are the number of atom present here. So we need to balance them. Okay, first we are going to balance the carbon, and that will become here that if we can see here that here is the carbon's 6 molecule is present, and here are only carbon's 1 molecule is present. Okay, 1 atom is present. So for what I have to do, that I need to balance them. So how can I balance them? If I write 6 here, then it creates the C6O2, and that type of equation is not for the carbon dioxide. So where I have to put the 6? Here I have to put the 6. Now what I required, you can see here are the oxygen's 12 molecule have come, and also 1. So here it is a 13, and you can see here the 6, 1, 7, 7 or 7 and 2, 9. Okay. So suppose if I take oxygen is equal to 24, and also I can take hydrogen is equal to 24. Okay. Now I am going to do that process. Then we can equally balance this equation. Okay. So first of all, if I want to make the 24 oxygen here, so here only 2 is present. So if I create 6 here, then it creates the 12. If oxygen is 1 present here, if I create the 6, then it is also 6 here, and here is already 6 is present here. So you can see that if I take the 24, then it creates the balance in that equation. And then oxygen is here, then you can see that it is a 12 here, and now if I put the 12 here, so it creates the 24 here and 24 here. So oxygen is now balanced. Now I am going to balance the hydrogen, and hydrogen is also how can I balance that? Hydrogen is already balanced. You can see that 12 2s are 24. Okay, so hydrogen will be balanced in that side, and now we are going to see that hydrogen is 12 here, 12 here. Okay, so it means it will be also 24 in the both sides. Okay. Okay, so it is the photosynthesis process is molecular structure. Okay, you have to write that, okay, in your book. In the next lecture we are going to see it from the slide. Okay, and we are going to discuss in the next lecture what are the steps for the photosynthesis process. Generally there are the 3 steps of the photosynthesis process, and that will be absorption, conversion and reduction. In the absorption, what will be happen? It absorb the sunlight energy, and then afterward what is the conversion process? Then it convert the sunlight energy into the chemical energy. And what will be the reduction? In the reduction process, it will reduct the carbon dioxide into the carbohydrates. So you can create these 4 steps for the photosynthesis process. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for reading this lecture. If you had any kind of doubt, you can ask me on the personal WhatsApp number. Okay, and in today's homework you have to write the photosynthesis process and what is the autotrophic nutrition. Explain the autotrophic nutrition is your only and one question. In that question you need to balance this equation by yourself. Okay, so thank you very much. Till then, bye bye everyone, and take care of yourself.